Dispersed industry. And then next, I think I'm going to make one more of these ships, and then we're going to start doing convoys, and we're going to start just spamming Baratia with convoys. Right, have any of my convoys gone through? Why? I don't understand this. You don't need convoys for convoys. Oh, unless Kaiserreich has gone back to the old system of Lend-Lease, which is possible. See, in vanilla you don't need convoys for convoys, but I'm guessing that Kaiserreich doesn't have that. Which basically means that we can never send them Lend-Lease. Ever. CSA we could. CNTFAI, maybe? Though they're the nation that I really wouldn't want to send it to. Green screen is kind of messed up, as in there's a patch, or as in there's a little bit of film there? In which case, yes, I'm aware. Because I haven't keyed it properly because there's a new camera. I'm still adapting. Corner. I was below the corner for some reason.
Where's next, sir?
Alright, so those guys are training, so we are going to be able to send these as volunteers, and I'll probably send them with decent officers too, so I don't need them on the defensive right now. There's the fleet in being, so our doctrines are getting better. And the shipyards are now available. We're going to go with submarine submarine operations. Being naval invaded hard. Unfortunately, they've actually taken a port this time. But Britain's been building divisions. So Fortress Britain has begun. Yeah, you're losing convoys. There's no way that these convoys are ever going to get through to you. That's really irritating. Alright, well, what I'm going to do instead then is Lend-Lease to you, and I'm going to send you 50 convoys right now. And I'm also going to Lend-Lease to you. And it's going to be... Why can't I percent this? I guess because I'm already sending 100%. Except I'm not. Am I? That's just convoys. Well, how much am I producing a month? 40 a day. What's that times 30? Don't tell me my daily production. That's not very useful, is it? 1,200, so I'll send you 1,200 a month. Simples. CNT is probably going to win. They have snowball momentum now. Well, Carlists are coming back, although we've actually pushed across towards Burgos. I mean, the kingdom is basically dead at this point. That is true. It's just down to whether the CNT FAI have expended too much manpower in doing this. Because they are still on 0 manpower. Kingdom still has about 200. And Carlists are out. And in fact, so the Carlists have gone to service by requirement. CNT FAI haven't changed. But CNT FAI have the most efficient ammunition production. Okay, so we're on export focus. I might go down to limited exports. Although at the moment we actually have a surplus of pretty much everything. Except for rubber. In which case, who cares? I'm even selling. Cool. I need the oil. Still, that's cool. Seek new resources so I can get more resources going. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. All of these new roads and railroads have opened up parts of the country to prospectors and mining developers. We should encourage them with incentive. Actually, no. Let's get the munitions plants and then we'll do the new resources, because we have a surplus right now. Our soldiers' guns and our pilots' planes won't do very much without bullets and bombs. We must start encouraging the growth of a real munitions industry in Australasia, which we're then going to sell to the Americans. Percent is bugged for some countries. Haha. Hey, Helson. It's alive! It's alive! And actually, speaking of which, I made you a moderator on Discord, but not here yet. And the interface has changed. You used to be able to do it from this interface. Kind of glad they removed that actually, because it was always right there, and it was right next to the ban button. Let's see if I can do it via text. There we go. And you've been added. You should have the green sword next to your name now. So, welcome to Helson, the newest of the moderators on the channel. And Fishy should also be added, but I'll wait until Fishy says something so that I make sure I get the name right, because I don't want to accidentally add the wrong person. Seeing Portugal having that part of northern Spain is really triggering for some reason. Actually, that's bad for the Carlists, because that's one of the best and most productive parts of the Carlist territory. So I guess the Portuguese just nicked it. Yoink. You guys are still in training. At which point, yes, I'm definitely going to send those to the Buratian front, I think. Do I want to send to them CSA, CNT FAI? Maybe I do want to send it here so that they can stabilize as quickly as possible, because I don't think that Baratia will just lose. France. France is pushed back! This is Socialist Italy! They're alive! Well done, France. Definitely going to be earning the MVP award here. Or Russia, who's just like, the entire world, yes, we can take them. Alright, so CSA exports at least have a 97% division delivery efficiency. CNT FAI, 0. Oh no, delivery efficiency 100%. I guess they just haven't arrived yet, the first batch. Efficiency is 100% on all of them. PSA and the AUS have made peace, so these two are now ganging up against the CSA. So sending guns to those guys now is the right decision. With their forces hard pressed by the CSA, the representatives of both the PSA and the AUS have agreed to a temporary truce lest the syndicates roll over them both and win the American Civil War. Bangkok has fallen. Earlier today, the victorious German soldiers marched through the streets of Bangkok, the fierce fighting for most of the day. Most of the buildings along the Ratchdamawon Road were ruined by the artillery barrage from the German East Asia warships anchored outside the Grand Palace, and the Reichskriegs flag is now raised over the Antar Smuckholm throne hall that was used as the Siamese government by their parliament. So Siam hasn't Wait, is Germany at war with Japan? Because Siam is in the co-prosperity sphere. Yes! Germany is at war with Japan and Fentiang as well. Which means, I think, AOG is at war with Japan. Which means it's AOG and Qing versus Fentiang. That's not good for Japan. That's not good for Japan at all. Russia has turned into the World War II Germany. It kind of has. And yeah, I know Wales has been invaded. It's been under occupation for a while now. Which is not good, because this is relatively easy to hold. Especially if you take the river. Britain still has that one entry, and then these two, obviously. This is all hills and forests. It's kind of nasty. Free civilian factories! Excellent. So, what do we want to do from here? It's actually kind of an interesting question. I don't think I need more civilian factories. We still actually have 22, and as we mobilise a little bit more, that's going to become more efficient. I could build more dockyards. You know what? I want 2 fuel silos, because I'm going to need to keep a little bit of a surplus for fuel. And then after that, dockyards, because as was said before, this is going to be primarily a naval victory game, play, fight, death. See, CNTFAI is being kicked back. I think they overextended. I think this might actually be the end of the CNTFAI. I mean, military factories we've actually expanded upon pretty effectively. And more dockyards means I can pump out more submarines early on. Japan and Mongolia have made peace. That's interesting. Because that means now that Japan can focus entirely on Qing and AOG. While Russia can focus entirely on Mongolia. No, that's bad for Russia, because that means all the Mongolian troops from this border are now going to be going north. Okay, so we have even more military factories. Let's get the new resources, and then we can start on these factories as well. All of these new roads and railroads have opened up parts of the country to prospectors and mining developers. We should encourage them with incentives. Iran has pushed back. Iran has massively pushed back. Yes, because all the different fronts that Russia is on. Russia is crushing White Ruthenia at the moment. Nope, White Ruthenia was Russian. Ukraine was crushing White Ruthenia. Oh, Britain, what's going on here? This is double plus on good. Britain's out of convoys. That's where the problem is. And 100 of their ships have been sunk since I last checked. But then so have a bunch of Canadian and German ships.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Marshal. Greece took 2 states. Albania was annexed. So Albania joined the socialist side and then lost. Some small things have been done. Almost all the unpacking is done. Still need some new lights. Need to do the attic, which is bedroom. Need to buy a TV. Still want to build a whiskey cabinet. Firstly, that's awesome. Serve the entire garden, but that's when I'm done inside. Whiskey cabinet should take your highest priority, clearly. Oh, for Pete's sake, CNTFAI. You were the chosen one. Alright, there's fuel refining. So let's go and improve our guns. Attack and defense, I think. Royal Australian Artillery. I don't have very much artillery in my divisions yet. I'm just thinking I maybe want to boost the attack and defense because the Anzac Spirit is division attack and defense. Or we can boost up the artillery, which is... Oh, artillery's not here. Maybe it's a chief of staff thing. Fire support. Here it is. Yeah, I think it's going to be the artillery attack and defense. So Alfred Wyatt. Or Winner Robinson. His name is Winner. I think that's a foregone conclusion in that case. Our chief of staff is going to be a Winner. Ultimate Admiral released landing operations, by the way. Not sure if you got it. Yes, I got the email about that. I just haven't had a chance to try it yet.
What are your orders, sir?
Alright, you guys are now ready to be dispatched. So... Infantry officer and out of supply sounds like it would be a very good combination. Although, who are my current commanders? Artillery specialist. We don't have that much artillery yet. Yeah, Claire Burr, I think, is going to be the best general for this. And then the best field marshal, Brundle White. Oh, unless I wanted to promote someone. Kleber might well have been the guy that I was going to promote to a field marshal. Because I don't think that Brundle White is going to be the best choice here. Or was it Berryman? Berryman's going to be the field marshal. Yeah, he's the planning speed guy too. So you're getting a promotion, congratulations.
Next, sir?
Which then puts you in charge of
What are
this.
your orders, sir?
And then we'll need somebody else in charge of the home guard, which can be Fennel, because he is a defense 2 and he's not old guard. Though actually defensive commander is old guard isn't necessarily the worst thing. No, I want you to get some experience. Okay, so CNTFAI. Send volunteers. Off you go. Now please arrive in Barcelona, not down here. Pretty please with a cherry on top. With current losses, I would say the Carlists are doing the best. If I can reconnect this, I think that's going to be a pretty big deal. If. Hold on, am I still making? Yeah, 50 a day. So what's 50 a day? Times 30. It's 1,500, isn't it? Yep. And then the other thing that I can do for Spain is send my air force. You were gone for so long, I watched all of Fortress France. Fortress France has been doing really well as a series, it's been good to see.
Where's next, sir?
Although of course the whole thing got demonetized, unsurprisingly. Romans in charge. Alright, so we need you two down here. In fact, yeah, we'll just do that as a field marshal order, honestly. That's not what I meant.
Yes, sir.
How is it? Sir, shift? Shift. Which turns it into a field marshal only order. Offensive or defensive? That's a good question. Well, I think the main thing I want you to get is Organizer.
Where's next, sir?
What about you? None of those.
Yes, sir.
I can't use... No.
En route now.
Not here, unfortunately. Whoops. Go.
Alright, sir.
Alright, CNTFAI have basically no soldiers left. And these guys are all encircled. But you are about to lift that encirclement. This one I don't think it can be saved. Which then raises the question, is this a manpower shortage or is this a gun weapons shortage? I'm going to go with probably manpower. Seeing as you've still not changed your manpower law. Alright, so... this would allow me to send more max volunteers. The Australasian Syndicalist Revolutionary Council will oversee the implementation of our policies throughout the nation, changing the lives of every ordinary citizen, and also ensuring that no upstart radicals or monarchists gain a foothold in the places of power. True freedom requires vigilance. The last thing that these guys were probably expecting was 2 full strength
Alright, sir.
divisions of Australasian troops coming in.
Securing the target area. Find cover and hold this position.
There we are. We've connected all of this up again. Fortunately, the Carlists got somebody in to defend Saragossa.
Wipe them out.
Sartosa! Yeah, I was thinking that as well. We're going to call it Sartosa from now on.
Yes, sir.
Gets an honorary name.
We can't afford to lose this ground.
The Kingdom of Siam has capitulated. The Siamese government has gone into exile and the main forces have capitulated to German East Asia. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Where's next, sir?
I think I'm going to make you an offensive commander.
What are your orders, sir?
Because I'm pretty sure that pretty much all of the things that you're going to be doing are going to be offensive. Because we've got the other guy to be the defensive guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So annoying I can't use battle plans here. Grr. So how many troops do you have left? 8. Yeah, it's definitely the Carlists who are the most dangerous right now. Simply because they have more troops. Also, they have now started to mobilize. Kingdom still hasn't. I mean, the other thing I could do is a bit of a Leroy Jenkins to try and take out the Carlists. Unfortunately, I'd be doing this with infantry. Let's take Sartosa first. And see if we can get a bit of a cut-off here against these Carlists. Before they cut me off. Reports from London confirm the capital of the Union of Britain has been captured by the advancing Canadian troops after long staged battles across the Thames River. For God's sake, Britain, you have sucked this entire game. What the hell? You're getting more and more divisions. Problem is, like, the entire Canadian army is probably over there. You have about the same number. See you, Marshal. When does your recently promoted thing go away? 58 days, okay, so it's not that long. That's going to be good. Then the next question will be, how many casualties are you inflicting? You're losing more than you're doing. The other thing that I would like to do is start shifting your template to being rather more artillery intensive than infantry. We'll need to start making some support equipment too.
Where's next, sir?
Okay, so Saratosa is done. Let's move you up there. And let's also shift this down so you're not going to try and garrison that, because that would be silly.